All right, United Matters channel it is, and it's been a while since I was last here, and you guys have gone ahead to miss me. But I'm here to bring you the Mazraoui United transfer boost that has gonna hit obviously catch us a lot. Yesterday, I really had a very huge appointment, and that's why I went ahead to post this onto my X account. And after posting it on my X account, guess what happened? A lot really went in through, and I said, all right, I'll come back and really record something for you, but I dozed off when I returned off because it was really a very tiresome day. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share. If I told you watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. We are talking one and only Mazraoui to Manchester United, as there is a very huge boost. West Ham are back for Bissaka, and then Fabrizio Romano has a lot to say about the deal of Bissaka to the side of Manchester United. We also have an account of West Ham confirming to us that they've gone ahead obviously coming through and really put in a very huge bid into the needful. And let's also welcome the new set piece coach for the club of Manchester United. He has gone ahead to coming through, and Manchester United have gone ahead and obviously see him recruited to come in through and really put United to where we deserve to be. And there is something that Harry Maguire has gone ahead to say, but before we go to Harry Maguire, I think we are first gonna really have something to say about Tom Heaton on what he has to say about the new goalkeeping coach that Manchester United went ahead to sign from Ajax into the mix, that left people at Ajax agitated. And I saw some people really some people there coming up and always saying, why are you taking our goalkeeping coach? Guys, I don't know why certain teams really forget that they are not as big as Manchester United. Ajax is big in Ajax, right? But I tell you what, they are not big in the world. You know, when you talk about the biggest clubs in the world, Manchester United is among. And we are that side that has gone ahead to see to it that we've gone ahead to collect very many fans all over the world. And I tell you what, United has close to 1 billion fans all over the world. And does Ajax even amount to 100 fans all over the world? I doubt. So I don't know why they keep really trying to obviously put out situations that will obviously put us into a situation that will call in for arguments. But they should accept Manchester United is Manchester United. And when United knocked on the door of the goalkeeping coach of Ajax and they were like, come and join Manchester United, the goalkeeping coach obviously came in through and obviously said, Ajax, I'm really packing my bags now without further ado, and I'm going to the side of Manchester. So that's what Ajax needs to understand, that it is really Manchester United that knocks on the door, and when they knock on the door, nothing is really going to stop us from really acquiring services for those people. So we thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Continue to subscribe to this channel, guys. We want to hit 20,000 subscribers and continue to subscribe. How do you subscribe? Go into the lower right bottom corner, smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto this channel. Welcome Moses, welcome Dinkins, welcome Caesar, welcome Opeyemi, and welcome Kenneth into the mix. And the others that are really going to be joining us, what do you make about it? And the last time I talked about Mazraoui to Manchester United, it was like Bissaka had turned down a move to join West Ham, and West Ham were like, let's go in for Mazraoui. And what United did was like, let's obviously see to it that the deal of Mazraoui to Manchester United, the deal of Mazraoui to West Ham doesn't happen. And how did they make that turn into reality? They did the following. They came up, and when they came up, they put in what we call a very huge shift. And the shift was all about Manchester United continuing to convince Mazraoui that we need you. Don't go to West Ham, because they need to eat that. The moment they convince the player to say that I'm not going to go and play for your side, that was a clear green light that West Ham will obviously get back to Bissaka, and that's what exactly United went ahead to do. They went ahead to push a lot to get in the player called Mazraoui, and guess what happened? The deal has gone ahead obviously be off. Yesterday, Platigol told us that Man United now pushing to sign Mazraoui. advanced talks after Mazraoui deal with West Ham is off. No agreement on agent's side has been reached despite the agreement between the clubs. You get? And on players' side, West Ham now have left the negotiations. Right? United have to pay 15.5 million euros plus 4 million euros of add-ons. West Ham left the conversation. West Ham left the deal because United had taken it to the next level and they had convinced the player to join them, and Mazraoui is now a player that contends to come in through and really play for the club of Manchester United. Then we had Hanaif Ben Banak, who works for Foot Mercato, and Santi J. They told us that Mazraoui is not excited by the prospect of joining West Ham and prefers to wait for other offers. The player is hoping United would make an offer, as well as Juventus, who are looking for a right back. These two clubs are attractive destinations for Mazraoui. You understand? So Mazraoui is either looking to go to Manchester United or to the side of Juventus, and he's like, I'm not gonna be going to West Ham because my levels are really not those of West Ham. I believe I'm a far much more better player than I'm a far much better player for Manchester United and Juventus than for West Ham, and that is it. Then they added and said United need to sell Aaron Bissaka, while Juventus also have to offload a few players to see to it that they obviously sell. Then Fabrizio Romano went ahead and put the last nail in the boost case that United have held talks with agent Rafaela Pimenta for both Delete and Mazraoui. Mazraoui wants Man United, but move depends on Aaron Wan-Bissaka's future. United and Inter Milan have been offered Demafries / Aaron Wan-Bissaka swap deal, but intermediaries and also considered Venderson. Now, why do I believe Mazraoui is the realistic signing for the club of Manchester United? Mazraoui is a player who is proven playing off the right and off the left. With the budget that we're really having that is really minimal, I don't think that we should even think about getting in a left back, because it is written all over the world that all what we have to do is simple. Get in a player who can play as a right back and a left back. That's why I told you always that for me, if the deal of Kadioglu was there to be done, I would have gone ahead to do it immediately. If the deal of Kadioglu was there to be done, I would have gone ahead to do it without further ado. You understand? So Mazraoui is that same kind of player. He can play as a right back, he can play as a left back, but he is more known as a right back. But if you want to see how good he is as a left back, go ask Arsenal fans when they're playing Bayern Munich away from home. Go ask them. He pocketed Bukayo Saka throughout the game. That's the really threat in there for you for the side of Arsenal. So for me, he's a proven guy. For me, he's a proven guy. I love him in whatever he does, and I believe that even his age is not really that bad to see it that he doesn't really come in through to the club of Manchester United. And to show you that it's really a very huge boost in the making, they share the same agents with the man himself known as they share the same agent with with Matthias de Ligt, a person that we've already gone ahead to agree personal terms with in this deal, that we are yet to see to it that everything really comes on as expressed into the mix. So it shows you that there is a very huge bid that is expected to be coming in through from Manchester United, and I think personal terms are not really going to be a problem. Why aren't they going to be a problem? Because we are dealing with the same agent. The player wants to reunite with Erik ten Hag, and Mazraoui is 26 years of age, right? And is making 27 in November this year. His age is really good. He has 65 kgs and he has 1.8 meters. He's 1.8 meters tall. That is Mazraoui. When you look at the games he played for Bayern Munich, In the Champions League, he played 8 games. He put in 1 assist in there for you, and is good, by the way. He balances the offensive and defensive sides very well. When you look at the Bundesliga, he played 19 games and he had 3 assists, and he really put in a very good show for the side of Bayern Munich. And at Ajax, that's where he went ahead, obviously put in some good shifts in there for you. He also played in the Champions League. He has Champions League experience, and that shows you that he's a player that can come in through and really take us to where we deserve to be as a club of Manchester United. That is Mazraoui for you. So at his age, I believe would have gone ahead to get him the perfect player to come in through and take us to where we deserve to be. And as it stands right now, I won't be shocked if at all we hear that United have gone ahead, obviously agree personal terms with Mazraoui and are preparing an opening bid for him, because his deal is really cheap, 15 million euros, right? Meaning that even if we let a player known as Hannibal move to Rangers, either on a loan and they get us like 2 million euros, I tell you what, we can use just that money and obviously tell the side of Bayern Munich that we are obviously going to be paying that in a period of 4 years, because I believe they'll give him a contract of 4 years with, meaning that 4 years divided by 15, that means you have to pay a minimum of like 4 million euros per year, and that means we can pay them in 4 quarters. Remember, a year has 4 quarters, and every quarter they'll be expecting 1 million euro every year. That's what makes this bid, that's what makes this deal really easy for the club of Manchester United to do, and I'd love to see to it that everything really goes on as to plan. The other huge boost that I was going to have to show to us that this deal is really going to happen if at all United puts in the gear and are really interested in the player, it's about this. This account breaks stories from West Ham, and they're really a very good outlet coming in from West Ham. The fly on the wall in, I think it's East London, right, of West Ham. And we've been told by the ex-employee of West Ham that West Ham's plan to sign Aaron Bissaka is back on track. By coming close to signing Mazraoui, by Man United coming close to sign Mazraoui, West Ham have triggered United to move for him. You get? This is the Hammers tactics. Man United contacted West Ham and reduced their price so they can now offer more in wages. So, United are in talks with West Ham about Aaron Bissaka deal. That is it. And they want to sell him for like 10 million euros, right? 10 million pounds. And if at all they get 10 million pounds, United can easily get that amount of money to get a deal of Mazraoui done and dusted. You understand? That's what United are really looking up to. And I would love to see to it that by the end of next week, we've gone ahead to move on like 1 or 2 players, and then we get in like 1 player. You get to strengthen the team, because you never know what's going to be happening to Dalot. That's why I'm like, we have to gate in this guy. You don't know what's going to be happening to Dalot in the coming the coming season. He might really get injured, and we might obviously get back to square one where we were at the beginning of the season when we never had a left back. You understand? So, all in all, I would love to see this deal happen for the club of Manchester United. I would love us to get in Mazraoui. He will be reuniting with his former manager at Ajax, Erik ten Hag. And that makes it easy for him to be integrated into the team. And he's one of those players that is available and is training right now with Bayern Munich, meaning that if you get the deal done and dusted, he joins the preseason for Manchester United and he finds himself playing as a right back for the club of Manchester United in the game. We are going to be playing against Real Betis and I think Liverpool, right? Those are the 2 games we are left with, because today, Sunday morning, we're going to be playing Arsenal. You can take that game off, and if we get this deal done and dusted, he can be the right back into the mix as he obviously prepares to really compete with Diego Dalot into the mix. Now, that is it. Coming in through from West Ham and United, they are in talks to get in a player known as Bissaka, go to London, and Mazraoui get to the club of Manchester United. I'm having Moses Flaboni. Good afternoon, RD. I've been waiting for your updates. Thank you. I'm here. Talk about United's match against Arsenal tomorrow. The lineup, guys, it's coming up next. let me get this story out of the way because it has been pending for so long since yesterday. And after this story, I'm going to be coming to obviously let you know about what I think about the predicted starting 11 for the club of Manchester United and that of Arsenal is going to be turned onto the Rokani Media Football. So after this live video, I'm going to go to the Rokani Media Football and do the Arsenal predicted starting 11 and what I think Arsenal is going to bring to the club of Manchester United. Then later, I'll return to the channel of Manchester United and really tell you what my thoughts are about that beautiful game of football. Then Alal Dickens, Mr. Aradi, we've been waiting for you and finally you are here. How about preseason and possible lineup? All right, it's coming in through next. Then Chisitu Caesar, hello Aradig, I'm watching you from California. All right, California man, hope you're really doing fine. Then Adepare Opeyemi, good afternoon Aradi. Then Besigezi Kenneth, what's the plan for left back? I feel right back is even fair, but Shaw and Malasia are all unfit to cover left. Shaw is fit. He played 90 minutes in the final of the Euros and he played some 30 minutes when they are knocking out, I think it was Netherlands from the finals or from that side. So Shaw is fit, but you cannot rely on him. And the reason as to why I want Mazraoui to be brought in through is that this guy is really good. And we know how good he is. He can play as a right back, he can play as a left back, you know. So I think the best signing for the club of Manchester United should be a right back that can play as a left back, such that we don't obviously go ahead to spend money to see to it that we sign in another left back. You understand? And for Aaron Bissaka, and for Malasia, he's back and is really into rehabilitation at Manchester United. And I believe maybe at the start of the season, he's really going to be ready to kick a ball for the club of Manchester United and he might really get back to compete with Luke Shaw. Then the plan for the left back, I think it's that. Getting in Mazraoui, who can play as a right back and a left back. Ernest Kavuta, Viva United. Terix say this is Terix, all right. Kavuta, I'm waiting for the here we go, all right. It will be sounded when the right time comes. Diala Chizoba, good afternoon, my brother. Good afternoon, Aradi. Saka says, Aradi, when Joshua will join the team in the US, you are from Malawi. He won't. He won't. The following list of players are going to be joining Manchester United at Carrington and they're not going to be flying to the US. That is Kobe Mainoo, Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes, Diego Dallo, and Joshua Zexi. Those 5 players are going to be training at Carrington. That's why McLaren was left at Carrington to obviously take these players through the training sessions when they return as we prepare to really play against the side of Man City and we'll join them there. That is it. Then I'm having Danyara, thank you for watching through. Kakuru Robert, can't wait to see Man United playing next season. Let our wingers not be so selfish, strikers need to be supplied. Yup, we are safe with Ahmad playing onto the right. You know, it's always better that even if you're having the likes of Marcus Rashford do their shit, you at least have one outlet that can really create chances for your number 9. You get? And that is Amad Diallo. We all know to it that Amad Diallo is really one of the unselfish players. And tonight, or in the morning, you're going to see what he's going to be doing at the club of for the club of Manchester United when you're playing against Arsenal. He's really going to create lots and lots of things. And remember last time when you're playing Arsenal, that's when he really got injured. And I think he's ready to obviously take on the side of Arsenal. Kakuru Robert, we love you. David here in Maction Falls National Park. Keep up behind us, all right? Maction Falls, one day, one time, I'll throw myself that side. And I'm having Daniela hit the like button, all right? Hit it like no other. Then Kankizide Ronald. So does this mean that United has cheap player on Bissaka? That cheap really? He's left with just 1 year on his contract and there is no way you can really get out a lot of money from him, and he's not really a player that is going to be playing for the elite teams in the league. If at all it was Tottenham wanting him, Newcastle, or any other elite side, it would have gone ahead to be easy for the side of Manchester United to come in through and really say, all right, we want like 20 million pounds. But if United want to obviously move him easily, it's a 10 million pound deal. Maybe with some add-ons. That is it. Nyandwi, Rachid, good. I'm having Kamati. Good afternoon, Aradi. God bless you with your job. All right. May the Lord God bless you abundantly. And this is Horseman. Is it good afternoon? Yeah, it is. Then Kamara says good afternoon, Aradi. I mean, what about Ugarte? Ugarte deal is really gonna happen, I tell you, because PSG are closing in on a deal to sign a player called PSG are closing in a deal to sign a player called, what's his name? PSG are closing in to sign a player called Yao Neves. You get? So, if they get the deal of Yao Neves done, obviously, they'll have to offload this player. You know? They'll have to offload the player called... they'll have to offload a player called... what's his name? A player called Ugarte. And I think is going to be coming to Manchester United. That upload is obviously showing us vibes that Ugarte is coming to Manchester United. And United haven't gone ahead to hold what we call advanced talks with other midfielders. We're going to have to be linked to, meaning that Ugarte is going to be coming to the club of Manchester United. Onesmus Aradi, Onesmus from Kenya. I'm really disappointed if United doesn't get players. My opponents are always against United. I'm feeling better. We are getting in players, and more players are going to be coming in through. The problem is we have to first move on to sell. You get? But if we move on a player, then getting in another player is really going to be easy because we've proven to be super quick when it comes to obviously doing the needful. Godwin Ambassador, good afternoon, bro. When are we playing Arsenal, please? What time is it? Watching live from Nigeria. People in Nigeria, it's going to be 3:30, right? People in East Africa, it's going to be 5:30 a.m., you know, in the morning. That's when the game of football is really going to be happening. So you can as well look at your watch and ask yourself, in which time zone are you, right? And that's when the game of football is going to be happening. Kamara, Mr. Aradi, how many players are Man United want to sign? United want to sign like 5 players, but notably, a striker is in, a central defender is in. We need one more central defender in Matthias De Ligt. Then we need the right back. Those are 4. And we need 2 midfielders. So United can sign in 6 players. I tell you, we might see 6 players coming in through to feature at the club of Manchester United. Lewela, my name is Dawood from Kenya. Asking if De Ligt is in United or where is he? And Manuel Ugarte. De Ligt is on holiday, and United went ahead to put in their first bid of 35 million euros plus add-ons, turned down by Bayern Munich. But United are also really trying to really force Bayern Munich to take that amount of money because they not eat that. For Bayern to get in any other player, they have to sell to buy. You get? And that's why the deal of, is it Benjamin Tah from Leverkusen is really stalling because they need to sell to buy, and the United are like, Bayern, you need to sell to buy. You'll take the 35 million euros from Matthias De Ligt. That is it. For Manuel Ugarte, I've already gone ahead, obviously, explain to the situation. Personal terms have gone ahead to be agreed, and now what is left is simple. It's all about United agreeing a fee with the side of PSG. Then Adamo, good afternoon. Daniela says, I think we get Mazraoui and De Ligt, then Ugarte. Because of PSG want Neves. Yeah, we are going to be getting... Ugarte is going to be coming to Manchester United. That's what I really believe. I think I'm on like 85% sure he's going to be playing for Manchester United next season. That is it. Because PSG are really willing to sell the player. And they have to first get in the replacement. After getting in the replacement, then the rest will be history. And the player will cross to Manchester United. And there is no need, by the way. One thing I told you last time is that we have no reason to really... go in fast for players who are really on holiday and they are going to be returning towards the end of this month, you know, like in the first week of August. So that's why you see to it that for Mazraoui, United is really rushing in. They are rushing in because they know to it that when they get him he's really going to be joining the club of Manchester United immediately, right? But for Ugarte and Matthias de Ligt, don't expect them to obviously be here before this month comes to an end. Then Toby Sham, hey Mr. Aradi, thanks for updating. I'm watching from Sironko, Uganda. As country, big up. Sam says, Aradi, how are you? I'm in Malaba, thank you very much. Then Rona, hey Mr. David, United should keep Bissaka because he's good. Only that last season he was playing off position. Guys, no reason to keep Aaron Bissaka in here for you. He's only good when it comes to the defensive side. Offensively is really poor, and he is that poor. That is it. And we don't need Aaron Bissaka, guys. Let him leave, let him go, and obviously find elsewhere to play. We need players like Mazraoui, who the Kadioglu's of this world, who can really defend and also put in balls in the final third of the pitch. You understand? Those are the players that we need the club of Manchester United. A high runner, let Sancho cash out than Bissaka. Oh no, both will be cashed. United will cash in for both. AK United man, good day my dear friend. I hope things are going well for Man United. Yeah, they are. Hassan Kamara, okay, thank you for your update. All right, thank you very much for watching through. Then Godwin Ambassador, thank you much. I really appreciate you. You are one of the best in the world. God will continue to bless you. All right, thank you. Then Michelo, thank you for the update. All right, admiring says, hey RD from Zambia, thank you. I'm Joe from Zambia. All right, thank you for watching in through from Zambia, and keep it this channel and don't really go anywhere. So guys, let's obviously move on to the other story that I'm going to prepare for you onto this channel and see what it means or it is like to obviously put in the required shift to obviously talk these stuff into the mix. So thank you guys, and let's obviously head into this other story. And this is how it reads. Where is it? United went ahead to bring in a new goalkeeping coach, and Tom Heaton, having gone ahead to obviously be at Man United for very many years and seasons from the academy, he has come out and really given us his thoughts about the new goalkeeping coach and what patterns and style he has gone ahead to come up with. He has told us that on my first warm-up day, it was a lot of opposites. There would be a blue cone and a yellow cone once it was a case of doing opposite. If he shouts blue, you go to yellow. That's what he said. Hadn't said on my first warm-up day, it was a lot of opposites. Let me really get you the other one. Oh, I never went ahead of his Twitter, but obviously him and Andrew Onana have gone ahead to test on the difference of this goalkeeping coach for the club of Manchester United that has gone ahead to come in through and put in a very beautiful shift as for the club of Manchester United, and his works have gone ahead to obviously be appreciated by this guy. I've gone ahead to obviously get the continuation of this, and let me obviously try to throw it in. He added and said that, then passed me the ball, and if he said right, it would be left. Then the progression would be left, but the first one wouldn't be an opposite, and the second one would be an opposite. So this is what this guy is going to bring in through the club of Manchester United. He was a goalkeeping coach at the side of Ajax, and United did everything in their power to obviously bring him on. And I think you see to it that we are really having Dutch managers. And why are we really having almost only Dutch managers? It's because Erik ten Hag is a Dutch guy, and I think he finds it more comfortable working with the Dutch, and that will obviously get him the best that he deserves in there for you. So wait for that and see how things pan out. But let's obviously see to it that we really wait for the best from Andrew Onana, because we are out of the Champions League because of Andrew Onana, and some Premier League games costed us all what that was really done. Now, United has gone ahead obviously add another member to the coaching staff of Erik ten Hag. After what was the name of that guy that was really the he was called Ramsey, right? Eric Ramsey was the set-piece coach for the club of Manchester United, and his departure created a big void that Man United needed to fill. And guess what? We went ahead to obviously find or got it filled, and Fabrizio Romano confirmed to us yesterday night that Andreas Georgesson has joined Manchester United as first team set-piece coach. Georgesson arrives from Norwegian side Lillestrøm, where he has been head coach since January of this year. That is obviously what we've been told by the side of Fabrizio Romano. And Andreas Georgesson is a very good coach, and United have gone ahead to obviously sign him, and his Wikipedia reads he's a Swedish professional football manager who is currently a first team coach at Manchester United. Obviously he's in, and we've gone ahead to get in what we call a set piece coach. He was born in February, that is 1982, on the 21st in there for you. And after his birth, he obviously played for Rosengard and captained GIF Nike during his playing career all time, where he is right about now. So that is the guy that has gone ahead obviously put in a shift and is really trying to come into the club of Manchester United and really be the new set-piece coach for the club of Manchester United. So wait and see how that pans out. But he's really an amazing guy, and you know, when United really approves you, you need to be that good, because we are now having a very good recruitment department that has gone ahead to prove to us that someone has to be good and super good to come in through and play part into managing the players of Manchester United. You understand? Now, let's obviously get into your comments. Allow Dickens, let's not rush for delete. We may get him at 30 only. Yeah, Bayern will reach that desperate time. That is it. Tuna says, Aradi, what time is the game again in Kenya? United need. It's 5:30 p.m. 5:30 a.m. Like 4 players, Amrabat, Ugarte, Delete, and Mazraoui, all them are freeze. We'll wait and see. Mazraoui is coming in through. Delete, I know, will come in through. Ugarte will come in through, and Amrabat will come in through. GetNet. Is this player good for United? Very, very good. He's very good. And Hassan Kamara. As for we in Silarion, time will be 12 a.m. Right. And lastly, but not least, we are having Admiring Atom. I'm asking about Amrabat. Are you going to keep him or not? Amrabat, United are really having plans ready to obviously keep him as their player at the club of Manchester United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rokan David is my name. First video of the day, and more is yet to come. I sign out. See you later.